So yeah, if you're gonna listen, who are
funny.
these people that are dunking or that are steeping?
Soaking. The Mormons.
So the Mormon, listen, if the Mormon's gonna soak, then everybody can get this, right?
Bingo.
Let's
Well
talk. Let's go. Let's start with the Amish. Amish people soak. Who are the religious people? Chime in on the chat. Who are the religious people who cut a hole in the sheet?
The Jews.
Is it the Hasidics?
Yeah, they cut the hole in the sheet so that their bodies won't touch other than
just
for procreating.
Okay, that's an interesting one, but that's not really a loophole. That's just kind of a sheet hole.
Yeah, that's just a sex thing, right? Yeah, they just don't want.
Yeah, because their bodies aren't supposed to touch.
They just make a hole. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't touch. You just have sex. Yeah. Exactly. All right. So the Amish famously documented for completely being against technology, right? But they have found loopholes to use power tools. I found this very interesting. Building houses is hard, man.
Hell yeah.
Right? So they have a whole system of pneumatic tools, like air tools. Look at this. I found these online. These are all Amish acceptable. They're not electric. Air tools, sanders. And you wonder, right? I swing by the house. Oh my God, how'd they build these houses? How do they do these communities?
No, come on.
They got power tools.
The Amish told me, not told me, but they told the prevailing thought is that they shun technology.
But how do they get the air how do they compress the air?
You got to plug something in, right?
You could, I don't know. All I know is maybe, hey, if there's technology happens to be on and in, hey, I don't know. The fact that they're not actively holding technology in their hands,
I understand
electricity in their hands.
Listen, it may not be electric. That's still technology.
You can go to your local Ace and get a tank full of air, right, and take it back, and there's no electrical thing going in your hand. You know what I mean? You're not using anything electric.
Can you just go buy a tank of
I
air?
don't know. I'm trying to be Amish in the moment here. They're finding the loopholes again.
Yeah, according to Amish law, in Dalton, Ohio, you can go to the Buckeye Tool Expo, and which is like a freaking Amish thing, apparently. And you will freaking find a bunch of Amish approved tools.
Interesting.
Yep. Drills, sanders, table saws, all that stuff.
It's a matter of convenience, huh?
Designed by God.
So every couple years, you change the rule book as a matter of convenience. How fair is that, huh?
The cheaters.
I don't know.
Hey, listen, you got to do what you got to do. One thing that I found was extremely interesting is Muslims, right? Muslims have been hot in the news, right? In the past decade, right?
10, 20 years,
you either love them or you hate them,
I don't mind them.
I don't mind them.
They're
I got
cool.
no problem.
I love all my Muslims.
All the Muslims I know have been cool as hell.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. We don't fit that demographic for people that hate. But anyway, so Muslims, I found out something interesting around their relation. Some very religious groups, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but my fiance told me about a story where she met some very, kind of important people in a very fancy setting because she works with all kinds of children with special needs and stuff. And this guy who was like a high priest, I can't remember if he was Jewish or Muslim, but he refused to shake her hand when they introduced because he could not touch a woman. He couldn't touch him.
You can't come in any contact with any woman that's not his wife.
It's not his wife. And there it is. Did you know that Muslims actually have arranged like 1 hour marriages so that they can get it in? And then
talk about finding a loophole.
Yeah.
Hey, I was married.
Look at this. Yeah.
Muslim prostitutes.
This is a legit thing.
For an hour.
This is a legit thing. And it happens all the time, bro.
Hold on a minute.
High five.
So she monetized it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's people out.
Sex.
Again, of act of convenience. And it goes back to the first story. It's like we're humans,
bro.
Man. We're humans.
Listen, Camilla. Her name is Camilla. She's a high-priced London expert. I don't have a name and shame on me. But you can look this up online. Camilla, she's out of London, high-priced escort, and a Twitter sensation, okay? $100. She will marry you for an hour, bang you out.
Does this have to be a religious loophole or can this be a full-on prostitution loophole?
It's I don't know. That's a good point. It could be a prostitution loophole.
Yeah.
Well, because you can't be a Muslim and be a prostitute. You gotta marry.
It has to be some.
It works for both.
Also, if you want to do another prostitution loophole, this is a sidebar: is you just film it and then you put it up as porn.
Pornography, interesting. Another loophole.
Hey, there you go.
Another show.
This is business. This is pure business.
But
we got people chiming in on Instagram.
Yeah, nobody's gonna marry her. LOL. She has to get that money out.
Hey, there you go, Flower Bob chiming in. I love it.
Listen, I'll say it again. To the first story, we're humans, bro. It's in our human nature to be sexual, to have to get off, especially when you're a teenager going through puberty. Like that's the most the most sexual you'll probably ever be in your life. To limit them.
Thanks, baby.
With this stuff, people will find the loopholes. People will find the way around because I got to get off, bro. What can I say?
Yeah, I mean, it's human nature. Listen, there's one thing that there's no book, right? Religious, Bible, Quran, Necronomicon. There's no book out there that is gonna, you see what I did there? That is gonna freaking deny what we all know is human nature. Animal nature, for God's sakes. We want to have sex. We all need to get a nut. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I mean, you got dudes out there that are so frustrated, incels that are so frustrated.
They pay $30,000 for farts, bro. They pay $30,000 for farts when they don't have sex.
Maybe if you weren't so damn weird, you might get some ass. Listen, the thing is this. Bottom line is this is just further confirmation of the power of the V.
The power of the V. The V
power
has
of the vagina, right? Because listen, sex, pussy is more powerful than God.
This is true.
Pussy's more powerful than God. I am going to go against everything. I'm going to make a mockery of marriage just so I can get laid.
Right? Yeah, I make a mockery of the sanctity of marriage.
I am going to make a mockery of my religion by soaking and having my buddy jump up and down on the bed so I can get this nut off. Yeah. That's not, listen, that is just
you're ruining
loopholes.
It.
You are just look Jesus in the face and spit in his eyes. What you're doing?
He's not stupid, ladies and gentlemen.
He's not stupid. He sees through that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You think you're getting away with it? No, you're not.
He's coming, and he doesn't look very happy.
Listen, you gonna die, and you gonna get up there, and he gonna look at you like you thought you got away with that shit, didn't you?
Yeah, no, come on, people, come on.
You were like, but I didn't do it. Oh shit, come on.
Listen, the next one, interesting enough, and
then you can take your buddy to hell with you for jumping on the bed for you.
This one's right. This one's right up our alley. Okay, so people are converting to Native American religion so they can get stoned.
I'm in.
I mean, are you kidding me? This is awesome, right? So in the United States, cannabis laws are very complicated, right? We already know it's divided all over the place, okay? But according to federal law in 2014, the U.S. government officially recognized drugs like cannabis and peyote as important to Native American religions and their ritual practices. And more significantly, they granted leeway for Native American groups to buy, sell, and use these substances. But here's and ayahuasca. Here's the most important part. Like psychedelics, here's the most important part. You do not have to be genetically Native American to claim
it's a
that
religion.
You just have to be part of the religion.
I did not know
so
that.
many Americans,
you know
what's
what?
that meme, right?
Yeah.
Be smart, right? Convert to Native American religion, and federally, you can. There it is. There's the answer, guys. We found it right here on the Podheads. We're all gonna convert to
welcome,
Native
everyone.
Yahweh. We're coming. Native American religion.
And
we're
the
gonna
feds can't
freaking
touch you, huh?
federally.
Yeah,
legal.
you know what? If I'm gonna shit on
Loopholes.
exactly. If I'm gonna shit on everybody, if you are not okay, ever since I tripped balls, right? Did some acid. It was life changing. I can see myself joining the religion of peyote and being living that lifestyle.
Pastafarian.
If that's not who you're going, if
You're gonna live in a hut out in
I
the
can
desert
see
of Arizona.
If I get to that point of nirvana, then so be it. I don't know. But my point is, if I go in there and that's not my intention,
I'm
then
out.
no, then you shouldn't be doing that because you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You're doing it for the loophole. So if I'm going to shit on the Mormons, I'm going to shit on the Jews, I got to shit on anybody who becomes a Native American just to do the drugs.
You don't become a Native American.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
A Native American religious, yeah. It's very hypocritical. It's very yeah.
Of course.
Absolutely. I feel you. You know, you just made me feel terrible about wanting to do that. So I guess I won't, JB. Thanks for ruining my
Professor
plan.
Killjoy over here.
Yeah. So anyway, but what's up, everybody? It's your boys Frank the Tank and JB Perez from the Podheads Web Show. Here to remind you to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, hit the alerts button if you want to find out every time we drop some new fire.
Yeah, that's right. And we're dropping new videos every day at 4:20. So if you like what you saw, click here or here for more content from the Podheads.